All right, you're going to start with your straps at mid-length. We're going to start with our warm-up. We're going to squat and row. So today's workout is going to be 4 rounds. Each round is going to have a 5 strength exercises and then 4 cardio exercises. So it's a little bit of both. All right, then we're going to hinge, push into the straps, and come back up. You want to squeeze your glutes and push down into the handles as you straighten. One more like that. All right, then you're going to let your arms go long, widen your stance, and we're going to sit side to side, one heel and then the other. Keep your shoulder blades pulled down and back. All right, now we're going to stand, bring the legs a little closer together. You're going to alternate stepping forward, push into the straps, and come back. So it's a nice little lunge into the heel. You feel the core warming up as you pull back. All right, now take one strap and we're going to stand sideways to the anchor. You're going to put the arms over the head, pull on it a little bit so it scissors, and then you're going to start with your feet just a couple inches apart. Step out with the leg closest to the anchor, let your hips fall away, exhale and pull back in. So we're going to do a couple of these on each side. All right, now let's turn around and get the other side. So your hands are just comfortably above your head. The leg that's closest to the anchor is going to step over and across and then pull up. All right, let's do one more. All right, take your other strap and we're going to face away from the anchor this time. Just alternating legs, let your arms go up over the head, push into the straps as you step back, warm up your core, shoulders, and legs. Now think about dropping your bottom knee, your back knee, more toward the floor so you get a nice stretch in the back leg, the front of the back leg. All right, good. We are ready to start. So I'm going to start the timer and get the fans going. You go ahead and get some water if you need it. Okay, you're going to start long, and our first exercise is going to be the chest press. So pick an angle that's challenging. It's going to be 30 seconds long. And nice, slow, and controlled. You want to go down into your chest press and press up. So keep that going. All right, now you get a 10-second rest. And our next exercise is going to be front squats. So you're going to put the straps under your arms. Take about a 45-degree angle. And then you're going to have your heels go towards your hips go towards your heels. as you come down. So remember to keep your shoulder blades pulled down and back, your head in good alignment with your spine. You should feel this work in your thighs. All right, then we're going to come back over the shoulders and do a tricep press. So for a tricep press, you want to get your arms down below your shoulders, put one toe forward. There's not any weight in that front foot, but it's just there for balance and to make you feel secure when you're doing these tricep presses. You want to aim for your thumbs right around the temples as it comes right toward your head. Try to get full range of motion. All right, then we're going to put the right leg back and put the left leg forward so it's ready to take the weight. You're going to push up through the heel. The arms are right out from the shoulders. You're going to lift with the left leg and the right leg comes along for the ride. Now the back leg, the right leg, is going to stay straight so you keep your plank. So you don't want to do this. You don't want to bend at the waist, bend at the knee. You want to keep that nice and straight. Keep your plank all the way up and all the way down. You should feel that work in the left thigh. Good. Now we're going to take both legs back at about a 45-degree angle. Feet are just about a couple inches apart. You're going to come down as low as you feel comfortable and then do these little small and slow pulses. You're kind of on the balls of your feet. Your heels are not way up, but they're just kind of floating above the floor. Back is nice and straight, shoulder blades down and back. This should be really feeling in the thighs. All right, we're going to repeat those starting with the chest press. So pick the angle that you want to do the chest press. Remember, it's 30 seconds. Now, if you want to challenge, you can always lift one leg and do a one-legged chest press. It does increase the work of the core, but if it messes up your chest press, then just go ahead and leave both feet down. Sometimes if you just kind of move one foot more in the center, it helps with balance. You want to make sure you control this movement all the way up and all the way down. All right, then we're going to put them back under the arms and do the front squats. 45-degree angle, shoulders down and back, head in good alignment with your spine. Okay, then we're going to take the straps back out for our tricep presses. If you want to put the other foot forward, that's fine. Take the angle that you want to do. No weight on that front foot. Anytime you need to make the exercise easier, you would step forward a little bit. If you need to make it a little more challenging, you would step back a little bit. All right, now we're going to put the left leg back, bring the right leg forward a little bit, get it ready to take the weight in the heel. Your arms are just outside your shoulders, core tight. You're going to push up with the right heel. The left leg stays straight. I'm barely putting any weight on it when I touch down. I'm just kind of doing a toe touch just for balance. All right, and then we've got our quad pulses. Both feet are back at about a 45-degree angle, a couple of inches apart. Shoulders down and back, core nice and tight. So you come down to the level that you want to do, and then we're going to stay down there. And just do these small, slow pulses. Make sure you're pushing and not bouncing. You want to make sure the muscles are doing the work. You can really feel this work in your core. Really engage it right here. Make sure you're not rounding the shoulders because that immediately takes it out of the core. You got to keep them nice and straight, hinging at the hip. All right, nice job. So now we've got a break, a little 30-second break if you need to get some water. And then we're going to move into our first cardio round. So for the cardio, we're going to do 4 exercises and then repeat them twice. We're going to start with the straps under the arms. The right leg's going to go back for sprinter start. Remember with sprinter start, you want to always keep the plank. Don't bend the hips out. So right knee up. Now you can add a little lift, but if you do that, you need to go forward and back so that you don't move in the place that you are. Make sure you keep your plank, keep the back leg straight, head in good alignment. All right, then we're going to do Superman. Take the straps above the shoulders, legs a little wider than your hips. Start at an angle. Bring the elbows down toward the knees and power up and hold it. At the top, you really want to nail that plank. You should feel this work in the core at the top. All right, then we're going to do sprinter start again, left leg back. So the straps are back under the arms, left leg is back. And then we're going to do Frogger. You're going to keep them under the arms. Start with your legs close together. You're going to step back into a wide squat and then step forward into a plank. So this would be the low impact. You're stepping forward and stepping back. If you want to jump it, you can kind of use the straps to soften your landing. So it's pretty low impact, even if you jump it. All right, so we're going to start over. Right leg back. And with the sprinter start, you don't have to jump it either. You just nail the top. Pull that knee up, power it up. Keep the other foot on the ground. Definitely still get your heart rate up. Then we have Superman. You definitely do not have to ever leave the floor to get your heart rate up, especially when you're using these straps, because every part of your body is really working. Good, then we're going to do the other leg. So I'm really powering up the knee, keeping the plank, keeping the back leg straight when it's back. All right, then we've got Frogger. Start with your legs together in a plank. Step back into a squat. Step forward into a plank. Or you can add a little lift. kind of up on the toes. All right, and that's your first round of cardio done. So again, you're going to get another 30-second break. You're going to go mid-length with the straps. All right, next round is going to be shoulders and biceps and some leg work. The first one's going to be the goalpost. So that's for shoulders. You want to pick an angle. Again, it's going to be 30 seconds. You're going to bring the arms up into a goalpost position. You want to try to keep the elbows even with the shoulder. And even when you're coming out of the goalpost, you want to keep your elbows even with your shoulder as much as possible. So you're kind of following the same path in and out of this movement. All right, we're gonna do squats now with a 2-count hold at the bottom. Feet are about hip width apart, elbows right under the shoulder. So we're gonna go down, 1, 2, squeeze and stand. I'm really just using the straps for balance. But if you need to hang on to them, if you've got some knee issues or hip issues, that's what they're there for, so use them. All right, bicep curls are next, palms up. We're gonna go up on 1 and down 3 counts. So pick your angle, up on 1 and down 3. You wanna keep your elbows pretty equal with your shoulders. At the top of the movement, your pinkies should be right outside your temples. All right, then we're gonna do a reverse lunge. The right leg is gonna move. So the right leg steps back, 3 little pulses at the bottom, and then knee up. So again, unless you need to use the straps, just have them for balance, not really hanging much on them. You wanna put all the weight right here in this heel, so you feel it working this thigh. And those pulses, remember, you're not gonna bounce, you're gonna push up with the muscle. All right, then we're gonna go to 1 strap and do the grappler to the right. So legs are a little wider than your hips, come back on your heels, and then you're gonna pull the straps over to the right and then slowly come down. Now the right arm's gonna bend a little bit, but try to keep the left arm straight. You should really feel that work in the right side of your core, the right side of your abs. All right, it is time to start over. So we've got goalpost first. So on the second round, since you kind of know what to expect, you might want to increase your angle a little bit. Or depending on how you're feeling, maybe you want to decrease your angle a little bit, make it a little bit easier. Then we have our squats. We're going to do a 2-count hold at the bottom. This time we're going to lift the heels. So it's going to be down, lift 1, lift the other, and then squeeze to stand. All right, next one's gonna be bicep curls. This time we're gonna do twist curls. Start with your palms down, and then you twist as you come up. All right, and then we do reverse lunge with the other leg. So the left leg is going to move this time, I think. I think that's what we did. 3 pulses at the bottom, and then knee up. Yeah, that's what we did. You want to keep your shoulders over your hips. Get a nice, good quality lunge. All right, and then we're going to grapple to the left. Take one strap. Your legs are a little wider than your hips. Come back up on your heels. Set your angle. Get your plank nice and tight. Now this time the right arm is going to stay pretty straight. Left arm bends a little bit. Pull over to the side and slowly come down. All right, nice job. So that's the end of the strength round. Now we're going to do our cardio. So for this round, you're going to go short. And the first one's going to be a power pull. So with a power pull, the strap arm is doing a low row, and the arm that's not holding on the strap is going to do a rotation for the core. So you want to find the angle that you can support with your arm almost straight. Your legs are just about hip width apart. We're going to rotate, bring the arm around, pull it in, and then reach up the strap. So we're going to rotate, keeping your plank, pull the left arm, reach up with the right. Then you can adjust your angle as needed. All right, then we're going to do lateral skates with a little lift on the toe. Lateral and a little lift. You can keep this all low impact. Keep your toes on the floor. All right, then we're going to do little pulls, power pulls. The right leg is going to step forward and pop up. You step and pop. So at the top of that lift, you want the straps to be right at your body so that you're not jerking. It's a nice, smooth little pop up. This really works the core, and it's actually pretty fun too. All right, then we're going to do a pull through, and we're going to lift the right leg at the end of the pull through. So start at a small angle, come down as far as you want to, pull up, lift the right knee. When you come up, you're using both legs and both arms. You're powering up like a rocket. All right, so we're going to repeat those. Starting with the power pull, this time the left arm is going to go off. Find the angle that you can support. You're going to rotate, pull with the right arm, reach up with the left. Now you're going to take your other strap and we're going to do those lateral skates with a little lift on either end. All right, now the left leg is going to go forward and you're going to do that pop up. So you don't want it to look like this. You don't want it to be a kind of a jerk at the top. You want to get far enough back that it's a nice smooth little pop. So you feel secure and you're safe. All right, and then the last one is going to be pull through with the left leg up. Come down as far as you want to, power up, lift the left leg. All right, that is the end of round 2. So we've got 2 rounds left. We're halfway there.
This Fit to a Core video has been brought to you by
All right, for the next round, you're going to be mid-length. We're going to start facing the anchor with the mid-row. So a mid-row, your elbows are just slightly below the shoulder and you squeeze the shoulder blades as you pull it back. Both palms are down. So you're keeping your head in good alignment, just looking right up at the anchor. Pulling, squeezing the shoulder blades at the top of the movement and then slowly coming down. You should feel this right between the shoulder blades. All right, and then for the lower body, we're going to alternating step out into a squat. So you want to step out, put equal weight in both legs, squat right in the middle. Again, you use the straps as much as you need to make it comfortable for your lower body. You want to squeeze your glutes when you stand up. Make sure your knees are staying behind your toes. All right, next is a high row. For a high row, you're going to same position, palms are down, but your elbows are going to pull about shoulder height or just a little bit higher. And you should feel this in the top of the shoulder, the top back of the shoulder, but not your neck. So you don't want to do this. You want to keep the shoulder blades down, but you're just pulling the elbows back higher. All right, we're going to move just the right leg and we're going to do a cross back lunge with a couple of pulses. So the right leg steps behind and over. You sit down right into the heel. We're going to do 3 pulses and then knee up. So using these straps is a great way to work on this lunge. Your knee should go right over your toes. Your hip is coming out to the side, but your shin is straight. And then you should feel that work in the glute, mostly, and thigh, secondly. All right, remember that grappler we did? We're going to do hit the corners, which is almost the same thing, but we're going to go a little higher. So legs are wide. This time you're going to kind of go over and up. and then back down slowly. So the left arm is staying straight, the right arm is bent a little bit, and again, you feel that working on the right side a little higher than when we were doing the grappler. This is a great exercise for resisting rotation. All right, we're going to start over with the mid row. So this time we're going to stand on one leg and then switch halfway. So get the right leg in the middle, lift the left leg, and mid row. So remember, your elbows are just slightly below the shoulders, palms are down, squeeze the shoulder blades at the top. Okay, now we're going to switch legs. Kind of got to move the left leg in the middle. That just helps with balance. And if having one leg up is not working for you, do this with both legs down. Then we do that alternating step out squat. So you want your hips right in the middle, equal weight in both legs. And then we have the high row. So on this one, you're going to pull about equal with the shoulders, but keep the palms down. So a lot of times on the high row, there's a tendency to kind of flip the hands up. And as soon as you flip your hands up, then you're working the shoulders. And we're trying to work the back right now. So you want to keep your palms facing the floor, but just pull high. Little hold at the top really helps you feel the right muscle working. All right, then we're going to do a cross back lunge, and we're going to have the left leg move this time. We're going to do those 3 pulses at the bottom again. So you step back, sit right down into your heel, 3 pulses, and then knee up. Look down and check and make sure that you can see all your toes at the bottom. Your knee is right behind them. And you want your shin to be up and down. And when I say that, I mean you don't want to be like this. You want to be right up and down at the bottom of the movement. All right, then we're going to hit the corners to the left. All right, great job. We are on our 3rd cardio round. We're going to stay at mid-length. All right, so the first one is going to be a lateral skate again, but this time we're going to add a balance challenge. So you're going to skate over and hold one leg up. And use the straps as little as possible. Just have them there as needed. Now if you want to add a little bend in the leg, you can. So it's a balance challenge and a little bit of a lunge. Or you can stick with the lateral skate and don't put a lunge in it at all. So I'll show you the skate first. So this is a skate without the lunge. And we're just adding the balance challenge. Or you can come down into a lunge, which is more of a balance challenge. Good. All right, then you're going to come into golfer's stance. So your hands are about waist height. You're pushing down into the handles. Your core is tight. And we're going to pull the elbows. Now you can add a little lift, or a little side to side with the feet if you want to, or you can keep the feet still and just do the arms. Push it into the straps. You should feel this work in the core the whole time. All right, and then we're going to alternating step back. You can do a step or a lunge. So I'll show you the step first. Here's the step, putting a little lift in the middle. I'm not really jumping, I'm just lifting. Or you can do a real lunge. Whatever is most comfortable. All right, and the next one's power squats. It's number 4. They're shallow and fast. So you come down about halfway and power up. You can come up to the toes or you can jump. But you're pushing and you're emphasizing the up. Squeezing, pushing up from the heels. All right, we get to repeat those one more time. Your first one's going to be the lateral skate or lunge with a balance challenge. So here's adding the lunge. Good. And then we have the elbow pulls. So hinge at the hip, keep your shoulders back and down, your core is engaged. Then we have the alternating step back or lunges. So here's the step back, just a little lift in between. Here's the lunges. All right, and we're on our last one, the power squats. Squeeze when you come up. All right, we are on our last round. So the last round is going to be all one-sided. We're going to do unilateral, arm and leg. Actually, just all arm. So we're going to stay at mid-length. And the first one's going to be a one-arm bicep curl. Now you can do this sideways, or you can stand facing. I'm going to show it sideways. So you have the anchor leg, the leg closest to the anchor in front. And it kind of takes a couple to get the right distance. Now you can have your elbow high or low. It doesn't really matter on this one because it isolates the bicep pretty good. It doesn't matter where your elbow is. The most important thing on this one that I see is people not keeping their plank because you're bending out sideways, so you have a tendency to kind of let your body waver, but you've got to keep that strong plank. All right, we're going to stay with the same arm and do a low row, one arm low row. So find the angle that you can keep your shoulders square to the mirror, and then you pull your elbow down and back close to the ribs. Now, 2 things you want to watch out for on this one. Don't let your shoulder hike up like this. You want to keep it down. And then don't let your shoulders roll at the bottom. You want to keep them square to the mirror at all times. All right, I'm going to take this one strap and I'm going to go long. Turn around, face away from the anchor. Right hand is in the strap, right leg is forward. So you're going to do a full arm tricep press. I've got very little weight into the front foot. I'm doing most of the work with the arm. The legs there just for balance. Try to get full bend and full extension. You can really feel this in the tricep right away. All right, now I'm going to put the left leg forward and the right leg back. Still have the strap in the right arm. I'm going to put some weight, a little bit of weight on your left leg, on the left leg, and now do a chest press. So it's the same as a tricep, except now my elbow's out to the side. I have a little more weight in the left leg now because it takes a little more support to do this chest press. And keeping the plank. As you get comfortable with it, you can put less weight in the leg and do more with the arm. You feel this work in the left side of the core, the right shoulder, the right chest. All right, then we're gonna grab the other strap, stay facing away. Oh, you better go long with that strap. All right, we're gonna do the roll out. So roll out, and then the right arm is gonna steer out a little bit, steer back in, and then roll in. So you roll it out, steer, and roll back in. You wanna feel this mostly in the core, a little bit in the shoulders. All right, we're gonna repeat all of that on the left arm. So I'm gonna take one strap and go mid-length. Start with that one arm bicep curl. Leg closest to the anchor goes in front. I find the angle that I can support with good form, and then keep your plank as you fall out to the side. All right, then we're gonna do a one-arm row. So find the angle that you can support with your arm almost straight. Make sure your shoulders are square to the mirror or to the anchor, and then row it in. Elbow close to the ribs. Keep that shoulder down and back. Make sure it's not creeping up. All right, then I'm gonna be smart and go along with both straps this time. So left arm in the strap, left leg forward. And we're gonna do the tricep press. Arm bends all the way and then pushes all the way straight. Very little weight in the left leg. I like this one because you can get a full range in your triceps, and that's hard to do a lot of times when we have weights or even when we're doing two arms in the straps. But with this one arm press, you can really get all the way down and all the way up. Okay, so you're gonna switch legs. Now the right leg is forward. Left arm is still on the strap. A little weight in the leg, and then you're gonna do a chest press. So you wanna still keep your plank. You're just taking a little bit of weight in this leg. As you get more comfortable, then put less weight in your leg. Let your arm do more. So you should feel it right here in the core, and of course in the chest and shoulder. All right, then grab your other strap, and we're gonna do the roll out. This time we're gonna steer the left arm. So find the angle that you can do. Roll out, left arm steers it a little out, back in, and roll it in. So what that steer does, First, it makes you hold this position a little longer, which really works the core better. And then it puts it a little bit into the obliques because you're changing kind of the center of gravity as you move your arm out and in. All right, nice. We're on our last round of cardio, and then we are done. This is a nice little 45-minute workout. Okay, our last round of cardio is going to be at mid-length. First one's going to be fast feet to star. So it's fast feet, which you can do low impact by keeping your toes down and just waggling your heels, and then step into the star. I'll start with the low impact and then I'll show you a little bit of higher impact as well. So you just kind of coming down into this crouched position. We've got fast feet and then you step into the star. Make sure on the star you're pulling back against the straps, working the back, or you can take it up a little higher, let your toes leave the floor, and then jump into the star. But we're still holding it, pulling back against the straps. Second one is going to be a power swing to the right, golfer stance. You're going to swing to the right, power down. Stay on the right. So on the power down, it's this stop in the middle that really works the obliques. And then the quickness of it really gets your heart rate up. You're going to pivot your feet and power it down. All right. We're going to do a right knee repeater. So your hands are about waist height, the right leg is back. And you've got your nice plank. You're pushing into the handles, pull both straps toward the right hip and pull the right knee in. I like this one in the straps because you can really work the core. The more you push into the straps, the more you're going to feel it work in the core. All right, number 4, it's going to be 3 high knees with a hold. A little bit of balance, a little bit of travel. So it's 1, 2, 3, hold. You can keep this low, or you can take it up a little bit. Your choice. All right, so we repeat those 4. First one's fast feet to star. Second one, we're going to power to the left this time. So remember, golfer stance. Make sure you're not down here. You want to be up. Your chest is up. You're hinged at the hip, but your back is straight. Push into the straps. All right, and then we're going to do the left knee repeater. So the hands are about waist height, left leg is back. Pull the straps toward the left hip. All right, last one, 3 high knees with a hold. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. All right, great job. We are going to cool down and stretch, and then we're done. All right, so let's face away from the anchor and just bring the heart rate down a little bit. Alternate stepping out and pushing back. Good. Then we're going to walk forward a little bit so the arms are right by the ears, and we're going to take this side to side. This is a nice stretch in the shoulders and torso. All right, then we're going to fold the arms over the head and get a nice stretch in the whole front of the body. Put one foot forward and sink the back heel down and just sink into that stretch. And then let's switch legs. All right, then we're going to walk, put the elbows at the ribs. Walk forward until the straps are just pulling your hands back a little bit, and then legs are nice and wide, wider than your hips. Then we're going to push up and over with one arm. Push into the handles as you go to the side. That stretches all that side, that from the shoulder all the way down to the hip. And then we're going to do the other one. Push into the straps, just relax into them. All right, one more. All right, then we're going to turn around and pull back and bend and just get the whole posterior chain. I like to add a little rotation to this one. So you kind of bend the knee and rotate toward the straight leg. And that gets into the torso, shoulders, lower back, hamstrings. It feels great everywhere. All right, then we're going to roll that up, and you're done.